And welcome back to Out of War here. We're in the Arctic winter and a hardcore playthrough. So things are going pretty decently here, I would say. Now, after my last session there, I checked my little sluice box over there, and I would say that the yield we got from that session was a little bit low. So I'm thinking the problem is, while we are connected to a water pump here and we do have the piping in place, water is not actually flowing into this sluice box. So before we do anything else, we need to get that sorted out. Now, if we go into the store here, we will see that there's a water refinery. I'm thinking that this is possibly the answer to my problem, so we're going ahead and buy one of those. But also we can see that our pipe is going through this dirt here, so this may also be the issue. So let's go ahead here and get rid of this dirt real quick. We'll just blast it, no need for anything fancy here. Okay, and that should be plenty. Let's get our bit of pipe back out there. There we go. So that is clear now. Let's see if the water is going to turn on. Interesting. Still no water. Okay, so let's get our water refinery down here and see how this all works. It's not ideal that my little water pump is down in the ground like that, but let's have a look here and see what we can do. Okay. Interesting. And we can, so we are creating water. But is this water going to my sluice box? It is. Okay, so we fixed it. It's taken quite a while. In my other production facility, we can see in the distance there, beyond those windmills, the water pump just going straight to the wash plant there works. But perhaps it's different between the wash plant and the sluice box. Now, we also have a little bit of a water pump going in here to our froat floater. So let's go ahead and get a water refinery there to make sure that everything is running smoothly over here as well. Let's grab one more of those. We can clean this up here with a little bit of drain light as well. There we go. May need one more piece of pipe there actually. That should do nicely. Let's get you up here. There we go. Let's get this refinery then. And finally the water pump. It's a little bit down in the ground there, but that's okay. So yeah, I would assume that is working. And this will hopefully, nice animation there on the top of it. So also I want to come into our store here today, and if we take a look in our, let's get rid of this, in our production, we can see that there is a smelter. I have the high temp smelter attached, but I'm thinking that this one is actually more of use to us. Now, we're not mining gravel over in this particular facility just yet, but in the older facility we have a little bit of an a gravel deposit that we're working through, or blasted rock rather, I should say. So let's get the smelter, and also here we have a high temp sorter, which will be useful, I would say. But yeah, let me get over to the old facility there, and we'll have a look at changing some things up on that production line to make it as efficient as possible. Over here at my tunnel, and now we're having a little issue. I want to use the tunneling machine today, but our little conveyor here at the back is not going to clear the height of that rock truck there. So I think what I need to do here is build myself a little platform to get this tunneler raised a little bit higher, so we can actually do this. You can see there that there's no way that's going to clear the back of our rock truck there. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some blocks here. And we want to do grid builds. Start building ourselves a little platform. hopefully this will be actually wide enough that I have some room to maneuver with that tunneler there, but it should be fine. I hope at least. Oops. Doesn't want to cooperate the building. Here we go. Now we need to build ourselves a little ramp here to actually maneuver this machine up. Let's go in here and get our ramp pieces. I should have them. I do, thankfully. There we go. So let's start with the final piece. I may need to remove. I guess I can't remove that. We need it for the structure. Oops. There we go. Okay, let's get our tunneler up on top of this if possible. Get this out of the way first of all. It's going to be tight, but we can keep it to the right hand side here, hopefully. Lower that down. Okay, let's raise that up. Are we hitting the roof there? We are slightly. But let's back our rock truck up here and make sure that we can actually clear it this time. Although there should be no problem, surely, you would imagine. There we go. That will do nicely indeed. Alright, let's jump in our tunneler here. And get a couple of loads going. If I can remember how to use it, that is. Right. Let's get ourselves on low gear. There we go. Wait for our autosave there. Get ourselves back in position though. Now this tunneler does have a 10 square meter capacity there, and that rock truck has 100, so it should take about 10 full loads here. But of course we're overloading slightly, so maybe 8 to 10 I would say. Start scraping our walls here a little bit. Okay, okay, we've hit something here. Is that coal? Let's check our inventory there. I would imagine it is a blasted rock. Okay, let's just check. Ooh, it's blasted rock, in fact. Wonderful. So we do need to get that smelter sorted out more quickly than I thought. But let's go. Getting caught up on something here. Okay, it doesn't really seem like that's going into the truck here. Let's jump out here and see what the problem is. Yeah, I'm losing all of that. Interesting. I guess it's because I'm clipping that machine there off that. Yeah. Okay, let's just go ahead and tear down. Okay, let's just try it with the truck backed in here, but that is a little bit frustrating, for sure. Okay, appears to be filling again, that's good. Couple more loads in and I'll go and dump this. A little bit hard to judge how full that rock truck is there, but I'd say it can take at least one more. Not pretty, but it's effective. Okay, we're gonna have to straighten her out. Okay, let's try it like that. See how much of a load we got there. Yeah, so it can take quite a bit more for sure. There we go, decent load going down into our plant there. Alright, let me jump up on the back of this rock truck here and take down those blocks that are kind of interfering with what we're trying to do here. If I can get up there, that is. Oof. So we can actually go into our skill tree here. Can I get more jumping? We can. 31 points there. Okay. Can I make it almost? Okay, there we go. About there. Okay, we can always fix this later, no problem. Let's get that truck back in there and get ourselves another load with the tunneler. Try and scrape this right hand side if I can. A little bit more. There we go. A little bit stuck there, that's okay. Okay, we're gonna have to blast that rock eventually, but for now it is fine. And let's try and scrape the ground a little bit there. Alright, let's go towards the roof now, scrape it out, give ourselves a little bit of room to see a bit better here. There we go. Filling up nicely. Another load or two and we should be good. Beautiful. Right, let's grab one more. Scrape this side here the best we can. Getting cut up there a little bit. That's okay. Beautiful. And I'm going to call that a nice full load. Let's just jump in here and see if we're overloaded. In fact, we're not overloaded. I can take quite a bit more. Never mind. The visual there is a little bit deceiving from where I was standing. If I can get back into where I was, that would be good. Okay, here we go. Yeah, let's just wait for autosave to complete there. Okay, and we can scrape the ground. Full already. Alrighty, let's get one more load then, and we'll get that dumped. If I remember to turn my drill bit on, that is. There we go, nice and full. Yeah, and we are overloaded in fact now. Alrighty, so you've seen my process. I'm going to go ahead and work the tunneler there for the next while. Get this blasted rock kind of dug out all around us. And yeah, so we have a kind of an exciting time here ahead. We need to definitely work on our little production plant down there and get it ready for that probably gravel, which we will be mining of course. Alrighty, so let me get to it.